you guys, we're back on Thriving with PKU today. We're in a brand new kitchen because we just sold our home. We're living with my mom and dad until we transition and move out of state this summer, which is crazy. I can't even believe it, but I'm also excited. Just like I'm excited to share with you my most favorite recipe right now. It's a traditional Vietnamese soup called pho. Some people call it pho because it's spelled P-H-O, but my sources say that that's wrong. It's called pho. I eat it like twice a week right now. I love it. I can't wait to show you. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start by chopping some stuff. All this stuff came from my dad's garden, by the way, which rocks. I already chopped some pieces of ginger up. You can put as much ginger as you want in it. These just cook into the broth to make it taste yummy, and then you strain it out. So you can put them in big chunks like that. It's not a big deal. You can put cilantro in it to cook the broth. It's no secret that I absolutely hate cilantro, so I'm not gonna put it in, but Mr. Heinz loves it. And I have some green onion, and I'm only gonna use 2 of these, my giant green onion. And the rest I'm gonna put on top. So I'm gonna chop up my green onion. This is like the biggest green onion I think I've ever seen. So I have a pot. I already put in this bowl 1.5 teaspoons of coriander seeds, and then I put 2 cloves. I'm gonna throw them in my pot. We're gonna put them on the stove on medium heat, and they only go on for like a minute or 2 until you start to smell them. Let me throw them on. Okay, so you're toasting the sides of your seeds, so you just want to mix them up a little bit as you go, and they kind of brown. Okay, I can start to smell it, so I'm going to add my ginger. If you don't like ginger, then I would suggest not putting in a lot, but I love ginger, so I'm putting in a bunch of little pieces, and I'm going to add all the green onion that I already cut up. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It just hit me, got a whiff. Okay, so we're putting the ginger on for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna take it off of the heat. You know what? I want more ginger. Feeling crazy. Okay, so I pulled it off the heat, and I'm gonna start adding the broth into the mixture. You could use 4 cups of chicken broth plus 2 cups of water, or this is the lower protein version. You could use these chicken flavor bouillon or bouillon, I don't know, the cubes, or this jar, which is just teaspoons of it. 1 teaspoon you add with a cup of water. So I'm doing 4 teaspoons with 4 cups of water to start making the mixture. This is about 3.2 grams for the whole broth, which serves like 6 people. So it's really not too bad. All right, so I'm gonna pour my chicken stuff in. Okay, so I have all the water in here, or the broth, or what will be the broth. I'm gonna put it back on heat. This is the point, if you have a carnivore in your family, like Mr. Heinz and my family, you could put chicken in here and boil it. If you do that, then you'll wanna cook it for at least 30 minutes. I'm gonna put mine on for 15 minutes. You could put on for longer or shorter, it's up to you, but just know that the longer that it's cooking and boiling in the pot, the more flavor it's gonna have when you serve it. So let me throw it on. All right, so the broth's almost done. So right now I'm gonna show you the kind of noodles that I use for my pho. This is my favorite kind of noodle. They're called Saifun bean threads, and they're super low in protein. The other kind, I actually haven't tried these yet, but I've heard they're really good. They're rice sticks. The other kind of noodle I've used are in a different video that I posted about when I did a grocery store haul of pastas. They're called sweet potato glass noodles. All of these noodles are really good because they soak up the flavor of the broth if you keep them in there, so they're super yummy. So I'm gonna use the bean threads today. I'm gonna open them up, if I can. Okay, and I'm gonna take all of them out and put them in a separate pot that I have in my sink here. There's nothing in this pot. I'm gonna put my strainer over this, and I'm pouring my broth into the strainer and getting all those big chunks out. Okay, so all these big chunks can be thrown away. You're not gonna use them for your soup. Okay, so the last thing I did was I just chopped some of the toppings that you might wanna put on. Bok choy on the simplified diet is completely free. Sometimes I like to squeeze some lime in, put some green onions, and have a jalapeno sitting in there just to soak up some, or to put out some flavor. So I'm gonna serve up my bowl now. So I'm going to grab some noodles. Now I'll pour some broth in. Okay, and now I'm gonna put my stuff on top. Okay, there you have it. It's my favorite recipe, especially when I've eaten a lot of protein throughout the day and I want something filling for dinner, but don't have a lot of protein left. The ingredients and step-by-step directions are in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next week on Thriving with PKU.